Thanos Outer Wilds. Ugh, my god. I am technically existing today. Hello, hi. I might be alive. Who knows? I don't. Everybody, welcome to a game that just came out on Steam. It's half off right now. So if you're seeing this whenever it's on half off on, you know. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to make that noise. Yeah. Sorry, just a little bit out of it, you know? Very long work week. I've been working every day. So, I feel like just... Let's get started, eh? Just normal, you know? I'm leaving that stuff on just so it's easier for everybody to see and experience at some rate, skate, bait, date. I know little to nothing about this.
So. When prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
I'm going to space. Oh, I thought he was like stumbling or something. Phineas Vernon Wells. Criminal. Quibe is wild.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
So all I know about this game is that it's like corporation based, so you know, corporations went nuts, and it's made by Obsidian, so you know, thought I'd finally give it a chance. It's funny because actually a couple of people I watch, actually, like I say that couple, I mean like literally one or two maybe, did play this, and then I don't think I watched anything more than just like maybe like the first episodes, and then like they stopped making them because I know one of the guys, I definitely watched everything he made for it, but it was only like barely into the first area, and then he fucking just stopped. So who knows why? I don't want to do melee. We do a lot of melee when I play these games. I don't want to do melee. I don't know if I want to... I kind of feel like I just want to fucking shoot things, I'm gonna be honest, right? So I don't exactly want to... So I want to do stuff like, I don't know if long guns means like snipers or if long guns means like rifles. Or just snipers or like just any kind of rifle. I do want to do like engineering. That sounds fun. Like, you know, that kind of stuff. Science seems pretty cool. I mean, just
let's just hope you're handy with a gun. Two left feet, huh? No matter, board outlawed dancing years ago. Oh dear, someone vandalized your hibernation chamber. If you were any more composed, you'd be a symphony.
Totally got like little.
With your sharp eyes, you could have been an Aetherwave detective. You'll need all your wits to save your fellow
More
colonists.
crit damage, right? It's like very smart. That guy.
You've been commonly described as odious and boorish. 2 left feet, huh? No matter, bored outlawed dancing years ago.
Take away the strength, right? Put it into. I don't really want to do Dex as well. I think that's fine. Carry a little bit of us, but you know, maybe we'll have a companion to do it for us. I know a little about this, so I think basically right. You start. It's kind of like This is kind of like in D&D where you have like your. I think it's the main thing. Long guns. I don't know what it means by heavy. I think it's just to be fucking handguns at this point. This is like what you know, right? So you. Like,
You wrote that paper on breeding a cystipig with 30% more tumors.
ugh. So when you get to those points, like the more you do of a thing, the more points you get. Like you know, once you get 40 points, you get that effect, 60, 80, 100, 150, and like you get it through just kind of doing. I don't really want to do much of that. I don't know. I think maybe.
A gunslinger. Oh, they're going to tell
Hey.
stories about you from here to Hephaestus.
It's fine. We won't have things like dialogue. I mean, we'll probably be doing dialogue, obviously, but, you know, the persuade's fine, the lie is meh, and intimidate is garbage because I'm a weak little boy. A weakie. Fucking buttons. Aptitude. Yeah, maybe we're gonna get stuff in me. +1 science, +1. I don't want to do that. I wonder if it's like. You get 1 medical. Is that good? Is that bad? Is it effective? Is it, you know? I see if I were. It's just like, you know.
I wonder what experiments you were subjected to.
You cleaned out every test tube, developed a keen instinct for what goes on in them and why. Maybe you didn't get into this business to mop up the leavings of failed experiments, but that's just part of the job. Even if you can't see what happens in the lab, you can at least learn from the mistakes and enjoy some colorful nightmares. I don't even want to farmer, dirt. Oh, like, you know, growing potatoes specifically. Like, I don't know. So scientist, you just like, you know, fucking some guy's handyman. Engineer, you just fix elevators. Proper lift goes up and down. Anyone who thinks otherwise isn't fit to wear a badge. Being specialist means something where you come from. A commitment to upward and downward mobility that doesn't have a you know what? Fuck it.
Your career was on the rise.
Fuck me. Just career was on the rise, he says. Sorry, it's like what's weird the way they kind of like mold into each other, right? How he kind of face on like turns for a second. Can I just slide this? I can't. always make terrible characters. I don't want to make some kind of monster. I always make monsters. It's terrible. Also, the hair looks nice, but it looks so weird when it kind of like, look at that, like kind of like it makes on their head. It's also like really weirdly tinted. Should have a fucking beard like that. Some weird makeup. I got this scar when one of the elevator cables, they just snapped and fucking beat me in the face. The old man. It's fine. Can't make something terribly horrible like I always do. The Fallout characters just monsters all the time. It's below average strength, just average dexterity, good intelligence, good temperament, good charm. God, we know we're not making me because, you know, good temperament. And guns and heavy weapons are kind of almost that 20 point. I don't know who leveling up in this game works, so. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little upset I can't make my disgusting character, but at the same time, it's honestly weird that I didn't make a fucking ridiculous looking monkey man. That fucking, what was it, like, you know, fucking Hubert the Rat King or something, I don't remember his name.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers.
Turn so slowly.
Initiate skip jump.
I think a corporate ship sent out to, you know, pull somebody over would be a little bit faster. Especially somebody you know is an outlaw.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 9%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Hey man, at least you know it worked once. You're scot-free for now. You're not dead. And that's something the other guys can't say. Well, I mean, these guys can, but you know.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes?
I mean, at least it's not horrific.
I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head.
But they're stuck on the paper.
My ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Do any of your buttons work in the first try, buddy? I like how as soon as it doesn't work right, he just immediately resorts to button mashing. That can't be a bad idea, right? Just fucking, just hit all the buttons, you know?
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be
Mouse
your
is very,
chauffeur,
preference.
so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
I feel like, right, with these helpful characters, there's always something they're not telling you, right? Why does he want to help us so bad? Like, I get, you know, fuck the corporation from his standpoint. I, however, that's a helpful and lowly lift operator. Sorry, a lift repairman. Ooh.
Ah, you've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Really? Because it looks like I got his head, which would be pretty fucking sweet. If you're looking to die any kind of way. Right? Because you just squish, your head gets squished. I thought you're feeling it, you know? Look at those. The fucking, the birds from, the goddamn, like, feathery rays from, Sea Games, Subnautica. Okay, punch this thing. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to rely too heavily on melee, because I always do a lot of melee in these games, don't I? Sneaking use tall grass. Get some more black round. Timid Kanan. I don't know, doesn't really look like a dog to me, to be honest. I think it really gets dog food. Like, I guess maybe 4 legs. Does the term canine become, like, less specific in the future?
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Ow. You have low health. Use emergency medical inhaler to heal. Okay, so I can heal with F. Sure I'm not gonna hit that by accident.
Hey, you. Come here.
Hi.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stinks.
You tried the best, now try the rest.
Looks like the bleeding stopped.
Ah, 15
I owe
experience for
you
just
one.
using medical. Good.
Hope you don't mind me
So I guess you
omitting
always
this
wanna
little
use a
exchange
vent.
for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
This is what?
Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
I'm sorry.
Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
How does your gun misfire through you? Right? You're pointing it away from you. I guess maybe it fired backwards? Okay.
Spacer's Choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are 2 completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
I think my persuade is higher. I don't know if that number next to it is the difficulty of it. Or like I would hope I could see my skill because I have no clue what my skill is for these things. I think persuade
Yeah,
is the highest
okay.
one I had.
You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side.
Well, the
Here,
bullet in your
you
side
can
is
have my
useless to
saber
me.
too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Is it really tried the best, not try the rest? Because he said nailed it. Right? Yeah, no, he said try the rest.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Okay, so what happens if you're born into a company? Right? Do your parents sign you up to them, or... Right, because, like, are you screwed because you're... Pre-sliced bread? Oh, that's the greatest thing since unpre-sliced bread.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what
Guys.
just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
That was 10 experience. How do I... Oh. I hit tab. Game's dying. Weapons, and you have 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them up to the slots at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with engineering skill can repair weapons on their screen as well. Ah, that is me. I have engineer skill. Look at my tubes. My little floppy alien tubes. No, it's not. I know I'm not an alien. You're an alien. We're all the aliens here. Time dilation. Due to the complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TCD very slowly, then moving the time drains faster, or slowly over time. So it's just it's I think this is their form of VATS. Oh, fuck. Strafe jump. I bet you I'm not going to use that at all. Oh. And we just hadn't killed that guy earlier. Okay. Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lock-picking skills have to get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. If you skill high enough to break the security, you will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. So we need 5 of these to break with it. Now we have enough, we can just... Okay. Okay. Kinda wish I could just suck it all up rather than having to pick up each thing individually. But, what are you going to do? grass. I like the grass looks real fucking. McCree. Got some kind of baseball card from him. Where the bodies go? No, really, where did those other bodies go? How did I lose two human bodies? Oh. There's two. Right, and then 3 ran about. Okay, now we got them all, I think. It looks like there's a secondary thing on the F selection, like if you look at the top left corner there, where it says F. Ow. So we do have a little bit of regen. Okay. So we have another light pistol. It's in pristine condition at 94%. Valued 15 credits. We'll put the melee weapons on our thing. I don't think we're going to be using them much. I don't think there's any real difference between these two guns. I swear to learn the weight of my decisions.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Loading a loose area.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
So I've heard.
Really? How is he?
Does it make it?
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians.
Yeah, I figured she
We'll
would have
see him back to Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift,
Could I shouldn't have told
cost-efficient
him that,
fury
but,
that's
meh.
made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
So, okay, wait. You need to sleep to catch your breath and,
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right.
I'm the acting
It's time we
manager.
cross those
I want to
marauders
speak
off,
to your
get
manager.
whoever owns that ship and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Ooh, can I have your-
I'm gonna get in their face!
Still experience from you fucking bastards. My experience! Take that shit they dropped. I'm not gonna be happy about it. Where'd the other guy go? There he is. Oh. I didn't have anything on him.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Did you sure you want to talk to me before I go in there?
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Welcome aboard, Apex Transport.
Please be informed that this
The
vessel contains
unreliable.
no valuable plunder.
Well, it's a vessel, so it is valuable
Unauthorized
plunder.
access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Yeah, please go to the
Marauders.
cops.
I
Yeah, sure.
am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion.
If
Failure
you were
to do
going to
so
shoot
will
me,
result in your immediate destruction.
you would have done so already.
Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5,
That would only
4,
work if we were in space.
3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I really don't like your hair.
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's
I
dead.
understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your
He's fucking
patience
dead,
and
mate.
for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Look at that fucking face she's making. I get it.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne.
That's me.
I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements.
Okay.
I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time.
Is there a $5
This
fine if I lose
cartridge
it?
identifies
Because that's
you,
how it works at like
Alex
every other
Hawthorne,
place.
as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yes, it.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try
Yes,
to
I
stay alive this
understand.
time.
I guess they re-released it until it's like a clone, right? Try to stay alive. Every time you level, you earn skill points, improving your skills. Spending skill points to core on a core skill, melee, improves all of the specialized skills in that group, up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills, up to 100. Each skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each. Sorry. Okay, so as each skill grows, okay, yeah, I think I get it. Our constructibles means to level up. Health points gives you upgrades to your skills, as well as new perks at every level. Leveling your upper management material in no time. So until they are of a certain level, I can upgrade this to upgrade all 3 of them. Or rather, yeah, so like until a skill is 50. Should get this at least 20. Just to get that free. Just so I don't know, being soap goods of vending machines. Okay. That seems like a good vote. We can get that to 20 at least. I don't know if I mean I'm kind of interested in the other ones, but not enough to do that. I just want to get that to 20 and then leave it be for the most point. And we'll probably put more points into stuff like tech and tech, maybe a little bit in dialogue and ranged. So leave apply. Yes. Welcome to perk selection. You get new perks spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perks through gameplay, such as accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of the perk available to you. Okay, so I can get 5 of these to get one of these. This is the next point. From companion kills, vendor prices, base health, more time and VATs, damage when allowed in the party. Good. So I can either have party, so if I want to not do party, I think I'm going to do the party members just because, you know, seems a good idea. I wonder if you can only have the one companion. So that seems like a very good thing to have for if you're gonna keep companions around. And since we are, it's pretty good. I also think that's gonna be probably pretty good, so you don't have to repair shit as much. I think we're just gonna take the. I don't know how much a how many kilograms is kind of. What's the amount that's, is 50 kilograms a lot? Is 50 kilograms a little, Obviously, don't know what kilograms is really. No. I think that can just kind of travel back to base rather than having to. I just need fucking health. Health is always good, right? What could go wrong with getting some health? Okay, I'm not reading all that right now. How do I know about this? Whatever. You need information in your active quests. Oh, is that? No, the general here we go. Quests. Stranger to Strangeland. Emerald Isle power source regulator. We just gotta go get that fixed. And we haven't botched any quests yet. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll find a way. I'm not a big fan of the holding. This isn't a fucking PlayStation game.
Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Got it all wrong.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector
I'm
coming.
an inspector!
If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Gives her a salute. Good job, Kevin. What are these fucking weird little paddles at the bottom of the ship for? Yeah, so I tried to hit middle mouse button to melee earlier. And that did not work out, simply enough. Are these my engines? Wreckage. He did not. Oh fuck, there's like 3 of them here. Oh fuck, they explode. You're taking N-ray damage. Oh, fuck that. Oh, jeez. Hardcore fuck that. Let's let him go for now. We'll come back and get our revenge. Our sweet, sweet revenge. Is that over there? We can kill some Marauders if we wanted, though. He did not. Oh, is that the guy I shot before? Nope. I don't know what, I think shooting the head kind of disorients them or something. It seems. Okay. Armor management. Drag armor, helmets, the equipment, slots to wear them. Also manage armor here, break them down, inspect them, compare to other armor, and attack them as junk, drop them. I mean, it's better than or nothing, so. I guess I'm Clark from Dead Space. Isaac Clark. Isaac Clark. His name's not Ivan. Ah, so just 2 dead guys, yes, yes. They're killing people. They're fucking monsters. get some revenge. It's never a bad idea to get more experience, right? Plus, it didn't really seem like they did all that much. Oh, fuck! I hit tab. That was fucking heavy. I'm moving up. Okay. Pretty good. And that's what we're looking for. Yes, baby. Just give me a assault rifle any day of the week. Have a Spacer's Trip Blade versus the 73, 60. I'm not gonna be using them really, so I have them there for convenience sake. I'm probably gonna switch it out with like a sniper or something. Maybe some kind of energy weapon when we get one. Guns, guns, and guns, baby. So we always end up using melee. Like, right? Rat King, I'm pretty sure he used melee. And the Fallout guy we did, he used melee. What is this fucking thing? It's like some kind of fucking monkey. Rock monkey. I need to remember that. Middle mouse is the weapon wheel. Got that. And I just want to make sure I got that one as well. I think it's open. That's when I would have got it. That is implying that I can fucking see, and well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's being blind. So apparently the jump only works in certain directions. Oh, it's also a timer. Certain, like, it only does the strafing. It won't do any forward jumping. I can't like speed run. What are these? I guess maybe it's like, it looks like a survey thing.
Where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
Plot crash back.
Oz, what are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium, ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town.
How
Avail
big is
yourself
this
of
town,
Edgewater's high walls.
They can't
and
recognize
low,
people from their
low
colony.
prices.
Or maybe, you know. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's
Not
Silas.
particularly.
Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
How old are you that you're the junior in humor?
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. No, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
Why never a senior?
The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
You know anything about a car regular?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Senior, junior in humor here. Depends on the work you offer me.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
Can you just throw my fucking body off a cliff then, buddy? Because I ain't paying for a grave. Making people pay for their own
Company
graves?
policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
That's... Sure,
Four
man.
workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
God, imagine fucking renting a burial slot. Like, I know people pay to get buried, but, like, they don't continue to pay, right? I guess it's also a question, like, right? I know my grandmother got, like, a slot next to my grandfather, but how are we sure he's in there? No. Like, I know, we were in there, we watched the funeral and whatnot, but, like, what if you get, like, a dual burial? Right? Like, you and your husband want to be buried together. And they bury... Your husband dies, right? You and your other. And the other dies. And you bury them. And then they unbury them and put you in the coffin with them. Like that episode of, like, Family Guy or whatever. The fucking... The other one, the American Dad. That's what it was. Huh? Put my fucking gun away? Rats doing here? You guys, rats? Steal. Be a good open out. Is she gonna say something?
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk. Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
No, wearing a mask.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you. People will talk.
Physiker?
Company always
Is that an
tells
actual
us
word?
weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
For the Emperor. Well, wait for that.
I'm glad you see things my way, and not for nothing. But I appreciate you giving me the time of day. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
What kind of spell? Comprehend languages? What the fuck? Did you shoot that fucking rat? I mean, the rat's gone. Oh, yes, block.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
There we go. We gotta put it away. Yeah, 2 whole cans of salt tuna. Gilliam Gil Antrium, from the Spacer's Choice Permanent Retirement, a writ of execution effective immediately for Gilliam Antrium, a former Spacer's Choice Associate Mechanic, terminated for his position is wanted for grounds of various use of Adrena time. Wanted for destruction of company under murder of company workers in good standing. Sorry, for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, theft and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty, payment on delivery, must be able to sign with your own name. See Constable Reyes for details. Murder company workers. Payment delivery. Doc Maybell Burgess. Destruction of murder company workers. Vandalism and illicit practice of medicines on sedacious criminals. Huh.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
I feel like, right, they don't give a lot of information because it's bullshit, right? Yeah. As you repair, upgrade, and modify weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and tip-top shape of all times. Screen 6 weapon armor. Upgrade. if I have more money, I can upgrade the damage it does. I guess the same goes for the armor. I have insignificant weapon parts. I can break down these weapons into, I guess, 3 for this one. It's only worth $14, right? Why is this one? This one's pristine for some reason. Okay, well, I'll keep the $15 one. I don't think I need to repair these weapons yet. They're not exactly broken down, as one might say. Kick the loader cause steps. Oh, sorry. Handgun body counts at a discount. Huh. No, it's not a bad slogan. AG loader serial failure and startup. Steps to reproduce. Turn on engine. Try it again. Try it again. Kick the loader. Curse injured toes. Have to enter minimum of 8 steps. Try it again. It makes a rattling noise. Dang, Clancy, I just got back on your 2 feet weeks ago. Not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. Sounds like stairs off axis again. Clean it out and reset. What is the item for, right? I'm not sure what that's about. They don't want to talk to me. So are these like birds screaming? What is it? Oh, that's supposed to be birds. It's like, bleep, 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 bleep. Dehydrated water. Approve your schedules. 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave? God. Less hours of the company. So, I'm sorry. If you're sick, you have to wait 2 to 4 weeks to get the sick leave. And in which case, if it's approved, you still have to make back... I mean, making back the time isn't, like, you know, that surprising, but to wait 2 to 4 weeks for fucking... get processed just seems silly.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize.
He did!
I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform? What are you talking
Shirt,
about?
pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
I think you had the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live
I wonder how, like... I wonder how it was when I got iced, right? I've been traveling for some 70-odd years. What was it like when I was... Was it like this? Or was it, you know... Was it worse? Was it better? What year is it?
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Okay.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure.
Great! I got my wrenches and
Anybody else take the fucking shots
diagnosticators
with
and
me?
hairpin
You know?
and engine tape, so
Unless
I'm
you
all
die,
set.
guys.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you.
You know,
and thank you
I
again
don't
for
know
your
if they
help.
just fucking die.
It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Okay, you've gained a companion there. Characters that join you in the adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide their combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. You increase your character capacity. You unlock special companion and combat abilities with the inspiration skill. Excuse me, jeez. Everything you need to know about your companions. Skills. Status effects gears. Change the companion's gear. Pistol is slightly better than regular. Threat. Ah. Status effects, name, duration.
coming back. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office if we need to talk. We better clear out of Mr.
Better clear out.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't
Sounds
fit
terrible,
in so well.
you know?
We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Okay. Sure.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, but wouldn't a vicar be inclined to, you know. Wouldn't be inclined to, you know, agree with the company position. This is like an actual man of God, but it seems like they have replaced God with law. But, you know, I'm not saying that's a negative thing, I'm just saying, you know, if you focus on the law of a company, you make it God, then what is the difference between the man and the company?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
No.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
So we were helping with book burning? A handsome sum?
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? What? No! I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to. Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Yeah.
Glad we see eye to eye.
Pay heavily, you know. I'll look for the book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Yeah, I'll find your fucking book, Doc. What is that supposed to be? I think some of the textures haven't loaded in, but... What the fuck is any of this shit? Pavardi, stop fucking dancing. It's banned. Company time. Company outlawed dancing years ago. It's fine. I think there's like a way to... Here we go. You can use junk. Boost, magical inhaler, top of the screen, using Drino's fuel to heal you emergency. You can always keep loaded. Slot 1. Increase your medical skills, unlock more drug mixing slots. You can code all types of consumables, not just Adreno. It's like I can shove some bread in there. 200% natural health regeneration lasts 2 minutes. 200% natural regeneration lasts 2 minutes. Here we go. +1 personality, -1 perception, -1 charm, 30 seconds. So you can like take a huff and then do like a talky talk. It's a breath. Let's quickly. Got some weapon parts just came around, some quest item. Tossball card Tyson. Okay, so we just got some random junk we can sell. Okay, I thought maybe there was point to it. Forgetting that it's hold down the button. I mean, I guess at a rate, I kind of understand it, especially because loading screens take a little bit. But at the same rate, I fucking hate that kind of shit. Where it's like, yes, this game was clearly made for a different kind of system. Look, it's PC. Just fucking... Just give me the fucking button. Look at this guy.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Okay, buddy.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
You know me.
Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars.
programming.
Mechanicals have been programmed to eliminate the human race. They've been programmed to replace us. First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Okay. Here's the question, right? It seems like corporates are
I've been gathering up a war
corporations are a big
chest over
thing
the years.
here.
Some tuna
Why would I
cans,
ever
mostly,
want
some
to replace my
spacer's
workforce
chaw,
with robots?
few bit carts.
Even if it's more
I'll
efficient,
reward you for your aid.
they don't seem like the kind. This isn't like, you know, where a government might say, "Oh yes, if you if you use an automation, like if every company used automation and we had to give out money because, you know, nobody can get a job and that kind of stuff, why would companies want to replace you with us?"
Enlistment fees. Yeah, I
Right.
suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. The scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Yes, good technical term. Yes. Very good technical term. This one for the lockpicking, so I have to use that's free. Every first item, every locker you retain, which is free. Oh. Same rate. No. But 5 points in this, I can easily get that. Just for more, I could get the other thing. One in the handguns. I don't care about these. Do I care about scramble 50% chance on mechanicals? I don't really think that's gonna be too much of a help anyway. Okay. That's really fine. But it's by the number. It doesn't think it tracks multiple quests at once. Come on, you're telling me I can't play it like Skyrim and have like 50 quests tracked at once so I have no clue where I'm going? Please. So, does this gun use heavy or light ammo? Heavy.
Great work!
Hold down E if there's just the one item. It feels like holding down E takes longer than
Here they come!
It seems like holding down E takes longer than the just tapping it, to be honest. Probably should have sold some of my shit while I was in camp as well. Rip Aroni. I feel like they only should really glow if stuff to steal. Just completely forgot about the grave. We'll deal with asking people for their grave rental fees later. It's not exactly my biggest concern. The junkyard he was talking about.
Ah, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
I could probably fix it.
That's not bad work, mister. You done this before?
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics. Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice family is the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
There you go into the big buddy. Just a question. Now see his blue glowy bit. So you gotta shoot robots in the dick. Scientifically proven. Blast robots in their robotic penises. No robot could stand cock shot from 20 feet. Sliced bread. Gun. Somebody's house that we're just robbing, but it's not feeling because, you know. Just these fucking things are talking. This game is a little bit heavy on the old computer. Just switching weapons, the game is not like that. Right? Oh, maybe it's just, I don't know. It seemed like it was having a little bit of trouble with it. Well, I mean, I think the game chose its own graphic settings, so I'd assume it would be fine, but... as well. It's a good map. It's a good map right there. So this game is on sale for half off if you're buying just the generic one. He says, you see exactly what the fuck's happening. I don't know. I bought it because I was interested. Right? We need a game to fucking keep me going right now. So I thought, why the hell not? It does seem to be. Can I don't care. Bump it down to settings, see what helps at all. It might be because I'm streaming as well. It might be because something's doing something in the background that I don't want it to be doing. It might be that I'm running out of space on my computer because I keep installing games but not finishing any of them. We'll play that Cthulhu game tomorrow probably. If I can bring myself to. Having a big bout with the old Depressio. So if I'm not streaming as much, it's probably why. TBH. So, don't hold your breath, but, I'll try to stream if I can. You know, I like doing this, right? It helps me finish games if I ever fucking stream, right? So, obviously it's better that I continue doing this. It's, earning my 3 cents, right? Get my whole 3 cents. So it's good. Can I, like... It's just supposed to barrel, shouldn't be fucking playing with it. I've just been watching videos and stuff recently. Not doing much. Not doing just anything else really. Been watching a really shitty show on Netflix called The 100, which is kind of like if you were playing D&D and your fucking DM just actually hated you. And that, like, you know, the main character clearly has some of those, like, you know, I'm the main character moments. Right? Like, oh, you know, of course, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fucking make me super god Saiyan woman. And, you know, all the boys love me because why wouldn't they? Yeah, but these aren't... That's not illegal. Like, I understand criminal activity bad. Steal bad for bad boy. But is no steal. There's no bad boy. It doesn't say steal there. Like, nobody's living here. It's all abandoned on the other side of the wall. Hell, I don't know why you'd really build outside of a wall, considering that you know they're... Where do these marauders come from? Okay, don't think going through there. Mr. Ouch, melee with mod attack increase. Silver tongue kit, +5 dialogue skill. Then we get a new set of helmets. Okay, switch to that one and get for this one. Seems fine to me. Okay, so the wrench goes down based on how much repair it has. Posting. I wonder if it loses that pristine, or if that's a thing that just exists forever. If I'm gonna keep melee weapons, I have to keep the best ones, right? Ow! I forgot that fall damage is a thing. So allegedly, right? I have no clue. Well, not allegedly. I do have some clue. It's been part of a lie. Let me, I'll leave mine on. Take hers off. You see my stupid face, but seeing the characters' faces, that makes sense. I'm not dead. I'm fucking hell one. Okay. God, fucking power. I was about to shoot your ass though. Every fucking time. Just always taking shit. Fucking. This game does not feel overly optimized. Just really doesn't feel it, you know. Not saying I hate it so far though. It's pretty nice. Just want that. That's what this doesn't go away. That was weird. Anyways, let's hear the music just fucking stop. Movement speed plus 20. So this is, if I want to. Let's say wait. Nicotine ranged weapon spread minus 50%. Ranged weapon sway minus 50%. What does that even mean? I really don't want to fucking mess with this, honestly. I hate looking at that. Like, it just gives me a fucking, like, I don't fucking care. Here's the thing, right? It's probably an important part of the game. It's probably important to do. And at the same speed, I just really don't want to fucking do it, you know? Did I not select the quest? I need to hit T. Let's you know what, we'll go talk to her first. Then we'll way back because it's kind of in between the two. Way back, we'll hit that up. So we can break down these weapons. Weapons and things if we start carrying too many, the weapon parts, which seem like they are fairly useful. Wow. Just out of game loading screens too, that's fun. Or out of like mid-game loading screens and stuff, those are fun. I thought she was fucking T-posing? Like, excuse me. Okay. I mean, like, okay. I don't know. I'm interested in it because it's obviously a Obsidian game, which does, you know, give it a little bit of heft and sway to what I say. Obviously, I did look through reviews a little bit. Just to see what it was about. Babashon for hacking, I think it said, right? Who fucking like, who keeps fucking files next to the fucking toilet? How you piss on your files, man. Also, that lamp is garbage. Why would you want the lamp that fucking close? Your hands would be on fire. I also really don't like that the music starts, then fucking instantly stops. And then I guess just randomly starts up again. No, wait, I thought it did. Also, the naming appearing out. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a... Like, I get there's the name there. It does help me. At the same rate...
I'm ready for this! Something you need? That's on account of how I never met her.
You never met your mom?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Mm-hmm.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Okay, but what if...
You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Yeah, those like his fucking head. Good old LMG. See what I have, right? +5 stealth or +5 tech skills. I prefer the tech skills. The armor is one more. I'm not exactly dying over, you know, 1 point of holy shit. Heavy weapons, magazine, stagger. Where's my heavy gun that uses light ammo? You asked for it. Spacer's Choice provides. It uses... It's weird. I guess instead of using the pistol, I could just use a fucking LMG. Feels weird, man.
Oh, clever.
Happily, rid of that for a shotgun. I love shotguns. Though this one seems to be invisible. I guess this also uses light bullets. What is this thing supposed to be? Forklift, I think? Oh, it's forklift from inside. What if the forklift's alive? I guess that would save some training, right? That's one thing that you might, like, trained jobs would I think you'd replace with, like, robots, right? But it feels like generic jobs that anybody could do would probably be mostly human oriented, purely because the human is indeed cheaper than a robot. You are encumbered. Can I fast travel? So break down.
Move along.
It's like, Anyone coming still?
Stranger, we don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I like the ear.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on
You got anybody to buy shit from me?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I could take a look for you if you fucking not being so mean.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it.
As much as I want to tell her, I'll fucking find a chunk of her. You know.
I'll tell you what I can. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay.
What is it?
I'd like to leave. I'm sorry. God. Did she just do a fucking 360? She go. Whew. Probably should go split it back up. You look weird. I hate this part where they're saying they're waiting for dialogue to start. I'm guessing it's loading their shit. Because your fucking text is still not even loaded in properly yet. What did you get for making such a... I don't know, is it my computer?
If you're
It might be my
hungry,
computer.
there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I haven't called that many things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who just keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine. This is actually really weird. Can I skip this part?
Excuse me,
There
Miss
we go.
McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Why would you mention that?
Reed Thompson.
Some of their lines.
You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
It's pretty bad. What is wrong with this?
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
Is it my fucking computer?
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
It might be. Ironically, opening up Tax Manager took up more of the fucking... Okay, what we can do is we can clearly just close this code. Don't need that open. I don't know why it feels like it's taking up so much. Fucking, what is that fucking RAM I lost? So what happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Okay. Let us, right. So we can do one of the two. I'm not sure. It seems like Edgewater is a pretty shit place to live. At the same rate, we're making any friends either way. One of these things is gonna make somebody pissed off at me. One of these things is gonna keep me from fucking getting my goddamn dialogue. I swear to God.
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way?
It's actually a little bit
You
aggravating.
mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
It's like I can close Steam and OBS. I mean, the other thing is OBS, but 75% from fucking that. I don't know why this is Oculus is open at all. I don't think I need the 1 second. Just trying to like fucking. I think it's that fucking RAM stick that I lost that's causing this. One of them went bad and I had to pull it out of the computer.
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
I just asked one question.
Zoe was
Maybe
always
two at
obsessed
most.
with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Hey, journaling is up.
Hey, I got time.
What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Friends Hill, we went the best dialogue skill, use the negotiate price. I wish. Oh, you can. Just. Okay, apparently you can only fucking compare with what you're currently looking at. Okay, so. Does he have enough money to? How much money does this guy have? Fucking bits. Excuse me, sir. Trying to look inside here. Oh, steel. It should be highlighted in red if it's a steel thing, right? Like, you know, just highlight in red. Easy. Sure, it wouldn't be that hard. Granted, I don't really know much about programming and whatnot, but I'm sure it couldn't have been that hard. Oh, today's the day, so. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threats. Bandits of wild, free-spirited bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare canned salt tuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some Adrena time too. Everybody loves Adrena time, even Marauders, right? I got odds. Those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle some syringes of Adrena time before their eyes. It's gonna be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. Gonna have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizos. I'm sure this went amazingly for her. I can put 5 more points into it to get that up to 40. got this down there. Okay, that's fine. Even unlocked location hit effects for time dilation. Location cripples are during maims or cripples those body parts. Locations see different effects. Hits the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. Combat dialogue. You unlock the dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Okay, so that big blue line means it's activated. I'm gonna take this just because I don't want to miss out an experience if she kills something, or like if if she's off killing something. Because it seems like I have a habit of. Oops, daisies. That's it. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits, gloves. Yes, ma'am. And would you like others? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've already hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Because just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happens, personal responsibility, surviving by one's own bootstraps. Oh, but you misappropriate the box of Adrenatime, and suddenly you're committing larceny. I mean, stealing is stealing. Not saying that what she did was entirely wrong, because if she needed it, but like, I imagine it's one of those things where like, we'll only give you what's necessary, right? And more to the degree of like what the company deems you're worth, rather than what is good and necessary for a person to survive. Yep. Trying to melee again. It's a little annoying that they just load everything in every time.
What is it?
It's just, I don't know. The thing is, right, diverting power to the city, either way I'll get my thing. Nobody in the city is overly happy. And at the same rate of, I don't know, it feels like if I start pissing off corporations, then they're just gonna, it's not gonna be one of those things like, oh, just Spacer's Choice hates you, but the more corporations you piss off, right, it's like a reputation kind of thing. Ah, he liberated workers. Maybe he'll do it to ours. Oh, jeez. Fuck, that's like 20 of them. Where'd he go? Okay. I don't like the way he jiggles. $50 though. I'm not quite sure if all that was worth all the ammo I used. Going to be entirely honest. Is that Pavarti or was that a monster? figure there's more of them down here, really.
Here we go. Nice one.
I got 750 for being
Not even a scratch.
Or maybe 200? No, that's 750 for... I guess it's probably not more efficient for just let her kill him. Like, get the last hit. What's with all those fucking weird-ass lava formations? Looks like obsidian or something. Oh, obsidian, get it? No. No joke if they're intentional or not. A terror ray. I guess that's kind of... Look at his fucking face. A little like alien. What? Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. I don't know. A lot of ammo we use there. I think we just have a lot of light. Seems like light's a very, Oh. Okay. We use so much light ammunition anyway. I mean, granted, I do like the pistol, but, probably should cut back a little bit of the light ammo usage. Sort of thing. No, those engravings give you no tactical advantage, you fucking noob. Absolute fucking scrub. Gonna fucking teabag your corpse. Okay, that's a lot. What do you say? You fucking dumb bitch.
I don't know anybody who ever...
Oh, fuck me, my legs. Burst fire, nothing like that.
That's the
Already-
last of them.
Oof, my legs. Oh, Jesus! That's pretty sus, dude. I don't know how she got there. Oh, that's his leg. I like how she just kind of watched that happen. I thought she was gonna die. That's kind of why I tried to step in. Is my... I'm open cover again. Item repair! You need to shape. Bits of some things you carry need repair. Repair weapons, workbench. Repairs and things you repair auto workbench. Repairing an item. Does it say what like... How do I repair this? Just fuck this one. Right. Festos. Is that like the company, or is that like Marauder armor? This might give some hard times. Marauder armor. Okay. Well, I do like the tech skills +5. Same thing as my other one, but it's not light armor. It is medium armor. So it's pretty good. Hey! You've got the same shitty haircut as my fucking AI. So we wait for the thing.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. I'm great at clarifying. No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the Masked Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives
He's got a
at
new
me.
DVD
I've
for
got
you.
that to look forward to.
Oh, that's all I had to fucking say. I'm down for some daytime. Yee. Oh, that was a rainbow. It's a fucking. That fucking music stop really gets to me. You know how aggravating I feel because of that. I'm just pissed. I'm upset. How dare you? 9.4, 3.8. Can't mod these without just goings at the thing. I honestly don't even. I don't really want to look at half this shit. Okay, so I think for the 15 seconds you have it, you get that movement speed buff and weapon attack speed. Then Electro's go -1. I guess you can take like extra hits of fucking essentially just cocaine. Cocaine! Cocaine. You said the walk wasn't good. Just song about cocaine. It's funny, right? Because like that's the song that I know specifically from, like, obviously just off the fucking radio. It's the kind of channel I listen to for music, right? But right, I've heard that one use the argument like, oh, you hate modern music that sings about drugs. There's a song that the main point of the song is just cocaine. Right, I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, understandable, but same rate, I'd still rather listen to that than like any fucking pop or rap, right? Like, I don't like drugs. I'm not a gangster, right? I don't like drugs. But I'd much rather listen to the song about cocaine than any of the music that sings like, fuck me in the ass, give me a fucking it's a mic. I was literally just thought to myself like, what's this little fucking Roomba? Ow! They're danger Roombas. I was checking to see if you could possibly deactivate them. The answer is a resounding fucking no. Here I was like, oh, you know, I won't use the energy weapon because that'll take a shit ton of shots. I'll be wasting ammo. Smart Brandon, he's gonna fucking use a shotgun, right? Each shot only counts as one. Each shot only counts as one, and it won't be a huge deal. 3 fucking shots, that took. Just probably go back to town and cut those, This is the field of dead monkeys. It's like these old strange ash rock formations. There's like, what? Prime behemoth, 2 primal behemoths. I don't think it's a good idea. It's hard to take the other ones down. I mean, we do have enough light ammo. It's a possibility with the same speed. Kinda don't think it's a good idea.
What is it?
This is bothering me.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me.
No, I watched Stranger Things.
Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Okay. Okay, I don't really know about that. Go back to town. I think, wait, maybe... Let's pick up the book. Right, we'll pick up the book. We'll go back to town, collect the rest of the shit, talk to Ludwig. I still wanted the main quest without, you know, figuring out what I want to do. Right? I think at the end of the day, how do I know which item is at minimum effectiveness? Why does it keep doing that? That's not me, right? It also says one of my weapons or armor. Is it Bavardi? Can her armor even break? No. Is it the pistol? I have no clue what it wants from me. I just want to mod my shit. But at the same rate, like, it's saying that something's at... That must be the power plant over there. Where's my dog outside? Son of a brother. Let him out. Yeah, I'm for the most part home alone at ATM.
Okay, keep him quiet. Okay, here we go!
How do you take care of that? Almost there.
We made it!
I guess maybe we shouldn't, like, you know, depend on her to do it, but same speed. I kind didn't want to. It's kind of the whole point of picking up the skill was that she would get the last hit, and thusly, free me from the responsibility of having to remember that, you know. It's like $5, right? Yeah, just break it down. One hop this time. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Freeze. Everybody. Clap your hands. Just leave the armor. 3 bit boys. Ammo. She doesn't have a grenade to throw at him. I wonder if it's worth not picking him up. Like, is it a better idea to just
Don't mess with us.
to pick it up and then dismantle it, or is it just a better idea just to leave it there? How much does what? Does this crap weigh anything? No. 0, 0. Yeah. So I guess in theory it's probably a better idea just to dismantle everything, right? I don't think I'm going to, purely for the sake of keeping things not fucking taking forever. Or playing on my own, I might. Hammerhead, I feel like that'd just be really fucking boring. Messages. Finally must agree with your theories about Earth Directorate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, must colonies in the rim of the galaxy. The fault pieces war against themselves if Earth Director wasn't around. They trade and settle disputes. Demanded inclusion of an Earth minister if they. Of course, I never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure of independent spirit upon which humankind truly thrives, found out here first, among the first colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. So I guess corporations just kind of fucking took over, had a big old war, and beat the shit out of each other until Earth said, hey, yeah, haha, I see you guys don't exactly have any money anymore. Well, here's about that. So, a letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. Really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia, but scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. I don't want these books moldering in some contraband locker, stashed away in a cave over by the river. So the cannery should be shut down? Why is it still running then? I'm wondering. I'm better with long rifles than I am. Do that thing again. I think it's because like this is the first time I've picked up this weapon. And charge over here. What are you fucking doing, Farty? Something I pick up the shit off these guys. And as we know, I need ammo all the time. It is not due to me being a terrible shot, however, thankfully enough. I didn't think I'd ever hit the end of it if that were the case. You've heard about Sideswipe Party. What do you fucking think? You live here. Let
Where are we headed?
Let an idiot make the decision. Man. This music cutting is really fucking ticking me off. Like, why is it having such an issue? You know? I can't tell if it's me, right? It might just be me. It really just might be me. But that bothers me even more. 'Cause I don't feel like my computer is really should be having any issue. And I definitely feel like if it isn't having an issue, the dialogue thing makes more sense. Like it's running 100% disk space at ATM. Let me Also, that fucking timer really pisses me off. That's not the right word, but it's really gives me a little bit of fucking anxiety, or whatever. It's like, yes, 9.4, 3.4.
Everyone all right?
Wow. I mean, 5 ammo per shot. Is it worth it? Definitely gets the fucking job done, though, doesn't it? Oh, I guess that was the level up. Paying us level up, it's a granted perk. So I guess the whole combat dialogue thing for I have my points as well, sorry. I'm starting to think that possibly something along the lines of carrying capacity might be a good idea. Fuck it. What do I not have? Oh, don't even have one. Just fucking deliberating over nothing. Absolute idiot. If I get the 3 points in the tech, that's done, right? The thing is, right, so now, if I put 1 more points in, for example, I can just show it off, right? Because So, it only increases the full group up till 50, and once at 50, it only increases the ones that are below 50. So, it's really good. Not exactly concerned about that. Right, so now, for now, it's still more efficient for me to just do that, right? Get that to 50. I don't know if I'm... what that means, hostile to affect duration of targets. Oh, so that's the cowardice when they shoot in the head and they start panicking with the hands up symbol. I think we might want to pop them into here until that one's at 50 as well. And then we can just pop them in engineering specifically. I didn't think we were going to do science and engineering up to that. And it's more valuable to get 2 points versus the 1. Right, because as long as any of these numbers, as long as 2 of the numbers below 50 is more valuable to put points into the main skill than it's just the specifics, unless you're trying to do some kind of specialty build. It only takes 1 point, so why would I, I thought that Roomba was different. I thought he was different. Are those all Marauders? No, the primals are really don't want to fucking fight the primals ATM. So, before we go back from town, the Die Robot, that task. It seems weird that the tasks don't show up here as well. Edgewater Cemetery. Is that a fucking mine? What is this? I like how, obviously, right, Real mines, I fucking walk up to like the goddamn fucking pet Roombas. Fake mines, I walk up to and I just fucking blow. I just run up to, as well. Something I assume is a mine, I still also run up to and try to fucking kill myself with. Just tells you how much I really want to die. Just do somebody's shovel for some reason. I'm guessing that's obviously the junior in humor. And honestly, why make him a senior in humor, right? If he's gonna do all his hard work as a junior one, just to get promoted, why go out of my way to, promote him? If I promote him, maybe he'll start working as hard. I know I'm being a bit of a shitlord, but it's probably a company fucking thing, right? I'd believe it. Companies kind of suck sometimes. Granted, I'm not supporting communism. I hate communism. Better dead than red.
Bring us honor, soldier. You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
If you gotta hide something from an enemy, put it someplace it's never gonna be, right? I guess the only time you'd ever go to the bathroom is to fucking shoot you on the toilet. God, this is the map time. He looks fucking ridiculous. I also wonder where that light's coming from behind his ear. It's like the wall's not there. Me though. Looks at my hand. How long did it take, Vicar?
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Not in the meantime while you're fucking sitting there.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You're reacting to
Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many years I spent in... No. You couldn't possibly know, could you? I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Konu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
What the fuck's the plan?
Unfortunately,
Is it like
he was
Scott has a
also
plan
one of
for
the
you?
founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Sure.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though.
So he's the persuasion.
Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Man. No, I'm hacking. Are you even a real vicar?
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Fantastic.
I
Let
don't
me
care
get my
about a
things
fucking
in
prison,
order and
dude.
I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind.
I fucking hate when they turn and just stare at me, man. I hate it. Look at him. Look at that face. It's the
I
face
shall
of
see
a
you on the
godless
ship,
heathen.
Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Look at those balls on this chair. Away. Woo. Come on, Pavardi, you're so slow. Are those other dots people? Oh, those are people. I also like how they don't actually have voices. I don't know if that's because, you know, the whole... Yeah, it's definitely this fucking... So, right, it feels like people living in this city are living in such, like, squalor fucking... Ooh, probably should... Shit. Such squalor and disgustingness that they're all getting fucking sick. Right? And I can't imagine the salt tuna. Ugh, tuna. Is, helping at all. You know? Swear to God, man.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
I swear to God, man. I won't touch anything while you're here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I won't touch anything
Maybe.
while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I swear to God, man. Shitty pistol, shitty fucking pole, sawed-off shotgun. Can I have to fucking... I hate... I am not a fan of these buttons. into my hands. Both of them. I only want to use one at any given time. I want to keep the rifle just in case. Please wait. They'll weigh some. Fuck, man. Fuck, you know I'm just gonna fill up full of garbage, don't you? These have weights as well? They weigh half a pound? Oh my god. This is hell.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
What's the difference between deluxe and gourmet? God. Also the fact that I can't skip dialogue that hasn't been said.
Go right ahead. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor. You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry. Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work. Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Yeah, probably.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
It's more cost effective.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it what it is. Construction is Spacer's choice property. What? Eugene was an asset that somebody has to pay for his body price. Ah, it's going to ruin us. I was thinking that we could pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Aliens passed down his... Who fucking passes down gold teeth? Processing his body, right? Just dig him out and pry him out. Dig around and pry him out. Sell teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay for his body price. It's nobody the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal. Let me see. Waggle your eyebrows. I want to steal, but I feel like she'll get mad at me. God, I don't like his fucking mouth. Those are the noises he's making. It's so fucking awkward. Hello, sir. Spacer's choice, spacer's choice, spacer's choice. Come on. I need to get you to talk.
What can I do for you?
God, fucking respond faster. I hate this.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene. You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures.
How does it load up some of the fucking lines and not some of the other ones, you know? This is actually aggravating. I don't know if it's me. Like, I've lowered the graphics settings twice. How can it still be fucking me? How is it using this much CPU? What is wrong with this game? It's funny, too, because, right, why the fuck are there 16 options here for OBS? Why does OBS Streamlabs fucking say it needs 16 fucking options? And I feel like if I close any of them, it's gonna fucking freak out at me. You know it is. So...
I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
I can't close Steam. I can close that. Yeah, this fucking conversation, please. Please get me out of here.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an
Taking
IOU.
the fucking Phineas. Look at it. Just fucking start mashing my fucking keyboard is aggravating. Talk to these characters, we're not gonna fucking market it. Goddamn that. He's just like I'm getting very aggravated, and I don't know why the fuck it's doing this. Like I can guess that it's fucking the CPU, but it feels like the line should be loaded in when you enter the area, right? And is this Streamlabs doing this? Right? Because it's like, okay, I get it. It's taking up 66% of the fucking CPU usage, but like, why the fuck is Streamlabs have 16 fucking drop downs? And most of them are just labeled Streamlabs. I'm upsetty. I'm upsetty spaghetti. Fucking. It is on fucking high performance. I don't know why the fuck it's doing this. I'm gonna try lowering it one more time. This really shouldn't be a thing. And I think it's fucking Streamlabs doing this. Because Streamlabs seems to be taking up the rest of my fucking CPU space.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile. There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Can I even fucking change that from here? 1 second. Just fucking 1 second. I can't fucking change it here. Oh, without stopping the stream. Okay, we'll do this in a while for tonight.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world.
It's like a movie thing, right?
The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious.
Okay, yeah. We'll save after this.
It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other. One.
That was weird.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Sure, man.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
It's clearly just a fucking... It's just a fucking, hydrophobic, whatever. Not hydrophobic. Hypochondriac. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it here for tonight, because I'm gonna try to figure out if I can fucking get this shit to work properly. Either way, thank you for watching. Do like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitch. Tell me how you fucking thought about it. Do you like it more? Well, I mean, I'm gonna fucking play through it because it's not keeping me going right now. But see ya tomorrow, TM. Bye.